Up next, Bendigo businesses enjoy a boom thanks to a busy events calendar. Central Victorian students choosing a non-scored VCE to avoid exam stress, and a 21-goal flogging in local footy.
Across Central Victoria, this is Win News.
Tonight, Central Victoria to shiver through one of its coldest mornings. Bendigo's economy booms as more events return to the region. And Huntly and Rayward train stations finally open to commuters. Good evening, I'm Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, why it's more important than ever to support Australia's local wine industry. Victorians are bracing for an icy winter blast with temperatures set to fall to record lows in coming days. Snow's already started falling as low as 800 metres, and some regions will shiver through nights of -3.
A blast of snow blanketing ski resorts. Tonight's temperatures forecast to drop well below.
Bendigo's local economy is booming as businesses continue to reap the rewards of a busy events calendar. While Elvis and the Sheep and Wool Show have come to a close, the region's preparing for the return of several festivals for the first time since COVID struck.
Elvis has left the building, but Bendigo's tourism sector's continuing to boom. This weekend, more than 30,000
Huntly and Rayward train stations are now open, better connecting locals with the rest of the state. As part of a revised timetable, 18 services a week will now stop at Huntly on the Echuca line, and 28 services a week will stop at Rayward station on the Swan Hill line. Community celebrations to mark the openings will be held in coming weeks. A record number of Central Victorian students are choosing to undertake a non-scored VCE pathway to protect their mental health from exam stress. Principals say it's a valid option for many and predict it will continue to grow in popularity.
The number of students choosing to finish Year 12 without an 8R score is rapidly rising. Last year, more than 1 in 10 took the non-scored pathway.
It's the crisis affecting millions of Aussies every day and dominating headlines across the country. Tonight, we begin a 3-part report on the housing crisis gripping the South Coast in the hopes of sharing people's experiences and shedding light on the path forward. Olivana Lathouris has this special Win News report.
When Irene was first told she had to move out of her rental home 6 months ago, she never thought she'd end up here. Dreams.
And tomorrow night we'll bring you the story of a young family who travelled from the far south coast in New South Wales to rural Queensland in search of a home, only to end up homeless once again. And coming up next on Win News, Central Victoria, top tips for staying warm this winter that won't break the bank, and why it's more important than ever to support our local wine industry. Snowgoers are being urged to book ahead as a record number of visitors clog up roads around ski fields. Mount Bullers welcomed 174,000 visitors in the past week, and while it's great for tourism, it's causing headaches for locals as roads become backed up. The road to Marimba is often a crawl from as far back as Pinnacle Valley. More car spaces and a bus service have been introduced, while council's working with the Transport Department, police and the resort to put measures in place to avoid similar situations. Visitors are urged to pre-book their entry to the snow and have a printed entry pass. Cost of living pressures are being felt around the country, and colder temperatures this time of the year are only going to add to skyrocketing electricity bills. Experts have shared some timely advice to still keep warm and not break the budget.
Power bills on the rise this month by 9.2%, according to a report by the Queensland Competition Authority. There
are renewed calls for wine lovers to support local makers and buy homegrown drops as the industry continues to face challenges. Producers say operational costs are growing amid worker shortages and Chinese tariffs.
Whether it's red or white, sparkling or fortified, Aussies love popping a bottle of homegrown wine, but the cost.
More farmers are transitioning to more sustainable practices as the demand for clean, green products continues to grow. A forum is being held in the northeast next week to help producers prosper amid evolving consumer trends.
Demand for clean, green products is on the rise and farmers are rolling with it.
People want to know that the product is humanely produced. They want to know that it
Aussie golfer Cameron Smith has won his first major at the British Open Championship. Local pros say the historic win will see a surge of players inspired by the man with the mullet.
The kid from down under now on top. Just the fifth Aussie male to take out the British Open Championship, and the
Time for Monday Night Sport, where Jared Constable in Gisborne has delivered a crushing blow in local footy.
Absolutely annihilating Maryborough, Bruce. I'll have more next. Also coming up, a regional AFL legend etches his name into the history books, becoming the first player to reach 350 games at Collingwood. Gisborne's footy sides delivered a crushing blow in round 13 of the BFNL, scoring 26 goals to Maryborough's 1. Strathfield Say also celebrated a win against Castlemaine, while Eaglehawk caused a massive upset, defeating Golden Square 84-77. In the netball, Kangaroo Flat soared to new heights with a 17-goal victory over second place Sandhurst, and South Bendigo proved too strong for Kyneton. And of course, it was the TAC safety round, with footballers and netballers donning blue armbands statewide to honour lives lost on our roads. The road safety message cascading down from the big league.
Everybody travels to games, it's long hauls, maybe lots of people in the car.
Brett Ratton wants no one to experience the loss he knows intimately. His son Cooper died in a car crash 5 years ago.
Just making sure that, you know, whether it's the conditions, the phone, the speeding, we look after everyone to make sure we get to the game safely and we get home safely.
77 of the 132 lives lost this year in Victoria have been on regional roads. Clubs worried by a spike in drivers the same age as their players.
Far better to get home 30 minutes late than not get home at all. And that's the message we tell to all our boys and girls and all our supporter bases as well.
More than 1,000 clubs made the commitment to stop serious injury and death on our roads. A regional AFL legend etched his name into the history books, becoming the first player to reach 350 games at Collingwood. Scott Pendlebury racked up 29 disposals and booted a magical goal against the Crows.
A 50-metre boot at Adelaide Oval, making for an incredible moment for the Collingwood skipper.
Big moment, big game player, Scott Pendlebury.
That's Monday Sport.
Thank you so much for that, Jared. We have some blue skies ahead for Tuesday. Weather is next with Adam Straney.
Hey, welcome back to a brand new week. I'm Adam Straney. There's a severe frost warning issued for the northern country with temps of -3 degrees that may cause significant crop damage. So please do take care. I've got friends up north that say that they've got foggy conditions. Well, nothing compares to the fog from Eric at Lake Waroona. Have a look at that. You couldn't even see your mate down the street, could you? It's the best part of my day, though, seeing the weather photos that you've taken. So email me when you get a chance. Weather at wintv.com.au. Overcast conditions have persisted through the day right across the region. Castlemaine reached its top temp at 1:30 before cooling off a few degrees. 100% humidity lingered through the morning in Echuca, and there were some fresh winds about Swan Hill with gusts of 33 k's per hour. Now, the wind chill made it feel a few degrees. Settled conditions will prevail as the high moves slowly east, but then the high will reach the Tasman Sea by Thursday, where it's going to remain near stationary into the weekend as it weakens, as a weakening cold front approaches. To the Tuesday forecast for central Victoria, severe morning frost, those temps of -3 degrees that may cause crop damage. Then a mostly sunny day, which is pretty good. 8 in Kyneton, 11 for Bendigo, 13 in Shep and 12 for Kerrang, Swan Hill, Balranald and more. Well, for Bendigo tomorrow, mostly sunny day, around about 11 degrees at the top. For Melbourne, mostly sunny and fine conditions at 12 degrees at the top. While on Wednesday, sunny, areas of morning frost. Thursday's also going to be sunny, a little bit of frost about it as well. But on Friday, we can expect very similar conditions with those temperatures just warming slightly. A couple of degrees here and there. And Bendigo, 15 degrees by Friday. Not a bad way to end the week. Well, Bruce, that's all we've got time for tonight. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Adam, and thanks for your company across Central Victoria this Monday, July 18. That is how we saw your news. Please take care, keep warm, and if you didn't need the reminder, it's cold outside.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.